I'm not even gonna do like an announcement.
Oh, you do whatever you want. I'm just here.
All right. Well, Thomas Malacky, very privileged to have you on.
Of course.
You're the biggest guest, as I was telling you earlier.
I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I was excited. I was in Italy when you told me
Yeah.
about being on the show, and I was like, I can't be there right now. I'm in Italy. But I was excited to come back because I watched some of your stuff. Obviously, you followed me, and I was like, oh, I've seen him at the gym.
Yeah.
He scares me. But that's just because he's bigger than me. I'm not a very large person. But then I was like, okay, so at least I know of this person. And then I was like, Luke seems cool. When you messaged me, I went and watched some of your stuff, and I was like, conversations are fun, and I like to share my story. That sounds like I'm talking to a middle school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like you survived something.
Yeah, I know. I went through.
Your story.
Oh man. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I gotta say, I'm a fan.
Thank you.
Anybody around here that like does stuff like you're in. What would you even say? Content creation.
Yeah, I mean, my main platform right now, I work for Snapchat, but once I graduate, hopefully this December, I'm gonna start working on my YouTube again, and because I used to do that a lot back in the day. I was a Fortnite kid. I was a Fortnite kid.
I was going through the channel.
Yeah.
I kind of stalked it. But
that's
like,
okay.
just to see.
But I mean, hey, everyone starts from somewhere. Everyone starts from
bro.
zero. That's very important.
Yeah, bro.
We'll get there.
Exactly. You just said you work for Snapchat. I had no clue. I just saw like your profile was huge. I think
Yeah.
it's like 169,000.
Yeah, it just hit 100. A great number. So it started about almost a year ago.
Really?
My buddy lives. Well, okay. Let me start from the beginning. When I was born. No, I'm sorry. Bad joke. Honestly though. So I want to say winter of 2018, pre-COVID. My buddy started a TikTok when it 2017.
Okay.
2017 started a TikTok. Right when it was kind of still in the dancey, trendy time when there really weren't skits, videos, all the weird stuff we see now. And I didn't know of this person at the time. His name's Shane Nagy. He knew my one buddy named Mason, who they both went to Kent State.
Okay.
And one day my buddy Mason was like, hey, Shane, my buddy started TikTok. He wants to do kind of skits and stuff. If you wanted to come out this Sunday, start doing videos. So I went out, had a good time. Very cringy, definitely for the younger audience. Mm-hmm. But there's some stuff there. I'm like, hey, I enjoy doing content. I enjoy helping people. Yeah. That's kind of like my whole purpose every day I wake up. I want to make one person smile. And if I do that, I'm happy. So over the weeks, we progressed. He started gaining some followers. Nothing crazy though. And we had people come, we had people go. And this is throughout years. This isn't just throughout the first few weeks. But over time, we just had a bunch of new people, a bunch of old people. And I'd say from 2017 until now, there's only 3 people, me, Shane, and Mason, that have truly been there since the beginning.
Really?
Which is really cool because it really takes a lot to really dedicate yourself to something for that long.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's TikTok, it's boring, it's for kids, it's dumb, you can't make a career out of it. Obviously, people get paid through it now, but not a lot unless you're really someone important. But regardless, we started doing it for some years. It was fun. We eventually had one video that hit 100K. We're like, whoa, 100,000 people, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Shane's like, okay, we gotta do it. We just gotta keep pushing. And then there's the ups and downs. Some videos didn't do well, they thought would do well. And it kind of started getting to his head, and I don't want to say to where he was starting to be rude to people, but maybe kind of he was very bad with time. He'd be like, meet downtown Ken at 1 o'clock. Me and Mason, X other people would get there at 1 o'clock. He wouldn't get there till 2.
Really?
So he'd be, and we wouldn't get necessarily mad at him because we understand his time management back then was very bad. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't get mad. I'm a very patient person. Mm-hmm. I really could care less what happens. This is gonna sound really bad, and I mean really bad. If my grandma died right now, I wouldn't care too much. Just because it's it's her time, it sounds bad, but I'm just that kind of person. Obviously I'll care, but if I go to a funeral, I don't cry because I'm sad. I cry because other people are sad. It affects.
I see. It's like a reaction.
Correct. It's more of a reaction than whatever the other word would be. You know what I mean? But anyway, back on the topic here. This long story that's not important. I mean, it's getting us.
No, it's important.
It's getting us to where I need to be to make things make sense.
It's a foundation.
Exactly. Good word. I'm not smart. Good word. So, over the months, 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers. He started a series which really blew him up called Things You Wish, or having Siri do things in real life for you kind of thing. So he'd be like, hey Siri, make the light turn green. The light would turn green. He'd edit videos together like that. And that first video blew up. Can't remember how many views it got. But then he turned that into a series. He started gaining a lot of traction, but then he realized, I need something else to get a new niche.
Yeah.
So then he started a series called It's Just Water, or It's Not Just Water, where he'd be walking, someone would spill a cup of water on him. He would then proceed to be like, dude, what the hell? Then whoever would be like, bro, chill, it's just water. He'd be like, get all mad face, close up in the camera. And then the music would get all suspenseful, and then he'd come around the corner, dump a really big bucket of water on the person. Like, what? It's just water. It's like really cringy stuff. But like, that was like his first video, I think, to hit 1 million views.
Really?
I think it was that one. And so he turned that into a series. So he had the series, and then he had the water series, and then he also had a few other series that he kind of just implemented. But those were like the two big, he called them the big dogs.
I remember that. I think I've seen a couple of the Siri ones,
You probably have. They have millions of views now, which is cool. I could say, oh, I'm a part of this video. But like, at the time, we didn't know how far he would go. Like, he'd really just be like, you gotta trust my vision. You gotta trust my vision. He said that a lot. And I'd be like, oh, the vision, oh my gosh. But like, we'll get there, because he's a very successful person now. But regardless, I know it's about me, but we got to get the foundation.
Yeah, the foundation.
So, anyway, we started those series. I think, as of currently, those two series probably have over 30 episodes, like 30 different versions. And it's like, he's just dumping water on somebody. How can you make it interesting? He did everything from dressing up as a ninja, getting on like top of like a building, dumping water. I swear, it's crazy. And then with the Siri, like, he started learning how to edit better, because I'd give him some tips, but I didn't want to do it, because I'm like, this is you need to learn. I'm like, I'm the nice person where I'll help somebody until they have a really good foundation, and then they have to start doing it themselves. Because I'm an editor for him. I still edit some. I actually edited some dance videos for him before I came here.
Oh, really?
But like, when it comes to just in general basic editing, I feel like anyone that's in this industry needs to know how to do some basic editing, whether that's Photoshop or Premiere or whatever you want to work in, Final Cut. What is that new one? There's like DaVinci Reveal. That's probably not right. There's something. But whatever it is, you need to learn how to use it, because it's not only going to benefit you, but you could also help somebody else in the future. So, regardless, once he got better at editing, his views got up. He had 1 week where I think his all set, because what he did was post 7 videos in a week. Back then, he'd have one every day. Every video had over 1 million views in that 1 week, and it brought him from like, I want to say 900,000 followers to like 1.7 million. Like it just skyrocketed him, and from there he's like, okay, I'm moving to Los Angeles, which is where we get to where Snapchat comes into play. Wow. So now he lives in Los Angeles with Mason as well. Mason's, I think, just hit 200K on TikTok, but he had to finish school just in the spring. He moved out there. But Shane is now at, I think, 5.4 million on TikTok, 2.1 on YouTube, and I mean, he just does really well for himself. He's sponsored by the protein bar.
There's a couple. There's Whey protein bar. It's pretty basic.
Yeah, it's like a mountain. There's a mountain. Oh, he's sponsored by something, by some sort of protein brand.
I'm thinking of.
I know, it's bothering me too, and I hate this.
It's the
Oh my god!
It's
not even important.
Is it a? It starts with a C, right? Does it start with a C?
Is it C or K?
K. I know it's got it's like red. There's like.
Dude, it's so dumb. Oh my god!
It's like there's like the red one. There's the blue one.
It's not Cliff. It's not Cliff.
I was thinking Cliff.
It's not Cliff, because I knew that's what you were thinking. Okay, it's relevant. But I'm just saying. Anyway, it doesn't matter about that.
We can pull it up and edit that later.
Yeah, we'll put a picture or something. Whoever decides. I'm sorry, Mr. Editor. Whoever that is. Regardless, that really doesn't have anything to do with anything, so I don't know why I said it. But I'm just saying, he's doing well for himself. Yeah. He has brand deals, he does sponsors, he does all that kind of stuff. So his vision came true, and he's actually in the process of getting me verified on YouTube, which is really cool.
Really?
To do that, you have to have 100,000 subscribers. I haven't been fortunate enough to have time to focus on more than one platform, which is why I'm focusing on Snapchat, which we'll get to. But I got to build a foundation, and now we're kind of in so we have the foundation. So this is a cake. Okay. We have the cake part. Right. We're not at the icing or the cherry. Right. We're kind of at the getting the crust off the cake.
This is the most important part.
I don't even know what that means, but we're going to pretend that's a cooking term.
We'll just roll with it.
Exactly. We roll and we go. So anyway, you have to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube to get or apply for verification. Mm-hmm. But since he just knows so many people now that he's just in LA and knows, it's actually stupid. The people I've met because of him, I'm just like, I would never think to meet this person. Like, really? I watch their videos all the time on TikTok. I'm like, I would never meet them. It's crazy. Huh. It's really cool. And I hate talking about this kind of stuff without saying I'm blessed by Like I'm just so blessed to be where I am.
Yeah.
Because like growing up, I think when I was about 14 years old, I started my YouTube channel and I was like, this is what I want to do. I really enjoy making other people's days better. I never cared how many views I got. I never cared about how many people followed me. It doesn't matter to me. It just matters that somebody is smiling because of what I'm doing, or because there's a lot of people when I would grow up. I'm sure you can relate to this, where you'd go watch somebody's video when you're like, I don't want to say in a bad place, but like you're just not happy. Like you want to get out of reality. You want to escape to something else. There's those kind of people you'd watch, and that I wanted to be one of those people. That's just what I wanted to do.
Still, I have those people.
Oh, so exactly. Yeah. Like there's certain people that post a video. I don't know how big you are with golf, but I really enjoy this group of guys called Good. They're just a very, very large. They just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, so really cool for them. Biggest group golf channel I think on YouTube besides, like I'm talking, there's 6 of them, but they're like it's just crazy how they've grown. But I just go when they post a new video, it just makes me like, oh, I have another 20 minutes to an hour of just like enjoyment. Not that I'm not happy, because I'm actually very happy in life.
Yeah.
Like I'm the happiest I've ever been in life right now. Well, I actually got into a crash Saturday night. I hit a motorcycle.
What was that like?
So it was pretty scary. I was leaving Camelot Lanes in Boardman. I was bowling. I'm a big bowler. I love bowling. Kind of a nerd. But I turned left out of there, and there's a Taco Bell like right next door. I was like, I'm gonna get a slushie before I go home. My girlfriend was in the car.
Huh.
And it was dark. It gets dark now. It was about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even getting up to full speed. Like that's how close the Taco Bell was.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to my girlfriend Maya, and I started turning. Did not see like there was no cars, and you'd think it's 50 degrees outside. There wouldn't be a motorcycle. On the road. No, I'm not trying to make excuses.
No,
because it's my fault in the long run. Because I turned left through right traffic on the other side of the road. But I was about almost 45-degree turned in my car, and Maya screams. Well, she said Tommaso because she's Italian. She's from Italy. That's why I was in Italy.
Really?
Summer. Yeah. I'll get there.
Okay.
So she screamed Tommaso, and I said, oh shit. So I turned, and I saw him cut too. We tried to miss each other.
Yeah.
But motorcycle, he clipped it. It's like he spun out. He slid on the ground a little bit. He crawled up into the grass. My tires get out of a line in the front, but I'm able to park in a spot like next to the Taco Bell. I get out. 3 other people park. We already called 911. I'm like, oh my god, did I just kill somebody? Like I'm freaking. Like I'm not gonna lie, I peed myself, but I had to pee really bad before this, so I think it just came out because I was scared.
Well, but this is like
like
the most intense moment.
That's what I'm saying. I could have killed, but luckily, thank God. He was okay. The worst part was it was just his left leg was like that's what he was pointing to. He seemed to be in like his 50s maybe. But this was where I think it's not. I mean, it's obviously my fault. I'm not trying to take the blame away from this. Yeah. But one of the witnesses that came, she said she's been following him. She purposely was keeping her distance. It was a woman. Her distance from the guy on the motorcycle because his back light was like not seeable. Like it's very very dim. So I'm assuming that the front was the same because I've had my license for over 5 years now. Never anything like this has happened. I've never been like not seen something like it's obvious. There's a car driving towards you, but regardless, the motorcycle was black. He was wearing all black, no helmet.
Yeah, that's not.
So I was like, okay, it's my fault, but his lights were bad, and I have to go to court because it happened in Boardman, and the ambulance showed up, so it sucks. But luckily, overall, I think he's okay. I haven't heard anything, but regardless. Like I said, I have to go to court. Kind of scared about that. I have an attorney just because I don't know what I'm doing. But my dad works in the auditor's office downtown Warren. I'm from Warren, Ohio. I don't know if you knew that. But anyway, so it's a crazy situation. But either way, it was scary. Scariest moment of my life just because I was like, did I just kill somebody?
Yeah.
But like I said, blessed. Nothing terrible happened. Obviously, I got a ticket. But my insurance covers his motorcycle and his medical stuff.
That's good.
Doesn't cover my car, but... It was already the funny part is stuff. There's nothing funny about this situation besides me peeing myself. But the side of the car it hit, it was like just below the front left light. It was already damaged, so it just broke open more.
Yeah.
Which is why I think my tires got out of line because I really didn't hit him cleanly. It was more just like a tail. I hit his tail and he just kind of spun out. Right. So I don't have a car. I have my mom driving my mom's car now. Thank God she works right behind my house at a preschool. Like my back. So this is my house. There's a parking lot here. There's a church here. She works right. This is a preschool / church. She just walks. We have a path. It's great. So anyway, that was that story. Great story.
I'm glad everything's
I know.
Okay, first of all,
it was scary. Like I said, I really hope I can meet the dude I hit and really just apologize. Like I mean, I don't know if I ever will because I've never had anything happen to me like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's fully my fault.
Yeah.
I just didn't see him, so like there's a little bit on that side for him. But like I said, I just have to be more cautious. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't see him until he was physically like right there. Like
Well,
I couldn't do anything.
Like
so.
you said too, it's all black. The lights.
I know,
really
and now
dim.
we can sit here and make up scenarios and like why this, why that, but it's okay. Regardless, like I said, I hope I can see him and just be like, yo, I'm sorry. Like I never had anything remotely close to this happen. And the police officer, were you drinking tonight? Sir, I've never drank in my entire life. I've never drank anything, never smoked. I'm 22 years old. I don't plan on it either. I drink 5 things: water, milk, chocolate milk, stuff like this, like Gator, like hydration, energy stuff, and lemonade. That's like it. I don't need pop. It's not good for me. I already don't eat healthy. I'm built like, as my friends say, either the Geico Gecko or the stick bug from A Bug's Life. I get those two a lot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my friends were brutal. Those kids from Warren, let me tell you. Great friends, but we know how to crack on each other.
No, that's an interesting place.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
If you want to know anything about that, I'm all ears. But
well, it's crazy because like it's like when you're driving into Warren, from like around here, this part of the town, relatively normal neighborhood, and all of a sudden it hits. Boom.
From YSU, if you drive to Warren from here, you drive through the like nice side of Warren, which I'm blessed to live in that area somewhere where I'm not on the west side where the west side. That's where
you're gonna get stabbed.
No, seriously, like my friend, he's a cop now. He actually just graduated last semester. He works in Canfield, but he says he always heard shootings on it in his neighborhood, and I'm just like, bro,
sheesh.
I could never imagine living like that.
Yeah.
The scariest thing we have is across the street from my house is this big apartment complex, but the worst that happens is like an ambulance will show up. Like we never really hear anything bad. It's just you never. But either way, very beneficial and nice to not live on the west side. But I know what you're saying. Like once you get downtown, you're like
you can tell.
Once you get past downtown, you're like, oh yeah, it's bad over here. So anyway, cut with that. Back to TikTok, Snapchat. I don't know how we got on that.
I had just a weird tangent.
Yeah,
but we got back on.
That's right. We bring it back. So we'll just hop to present. So we have the foundation. We cut off the cake layers, or the edges. Now we have a round cake. Now we start adding frosting. So I work for Snapchat right now. That is my job. That is what I do. How I got this, Shane, knowing people, himself, he got the job first. And all we basically were doing at first, we were under contract every month to post 30 Spotlight videos, which Spotlight is basically Snapchat, TikTok. It's the same thing. It's really not different. But the only rules we had were we had to record and edit everything in the app. We couldn't bring stuff from outside, which at first we were like, we're really good editors. This is hard.
Yeah.
But then we realized what kind of content and people watch Spotlights. Well, my average audience age is from 13 to 17,
really?
So middle schoolers. And I'm like, okay, put my mind in a middle schooler, which I am still. Like, I'm not really different from a middle schooler. And I'm like, stop worrying about what people think that you know, and start worrying about people that'll see you for the first time and be like, oh, he's funny. Once you get that in your head, stop worrying about what people think about you. It's so irrelevant. We were talking about this before we started filming.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. And if someone's judging you, it's for 2 reasons. 1, they're just a mean person. Or 2, they want to be you. Or they want to have something that they don't. Or something you have that they don't. Because once you get that through your head and realize people that judge you are just irrelevant, it's the greatest life ever. I'm always so happy. That person I said hi to before we started filming, I'll never see him again. And no one cares. And it made all of you laugh, and I didn't do anything but say hi. It's like, if you have that comedic effect, or if you just understand the right time to say what, is really helpful. And I'm happy that I know that, because a lot of people are like, oh, you're so funny. I'm the kind of person that can watch 20 minutes of the funniest videos, try not to laugh. I can sit there with a straight face and I wouldn't laugh. Do I find stuff funny? Yes.
Of course.
But like, my humor is very stupid, and I mean like dumb.
Really?
I mean like, I can't even think, maybe an example will come later, but like, stuff that's not supposed to be funny is funny to me. And I'm not talking about like bad things happening to people. I just mean like, I don't even know. Just
like you're at a campfire and
just something stupid.
And then all of a sudden the girl goes, oh yeah, it reminds me when my grandma died.
And I'm just like, yeah, right, exactly. You're like,
oh.
I'm glad that reminded you of your dead grandma, but like, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Something like that.
I crack a smile.
It's just like, that was so stupid. Like, why?
That's something that I still kind of struggle with, like just with the podcast and stuff like that. Like, it's at like the back of my mind when it comes to people like, just stuff you hear, like people you're like acquaintances with or whatever. I try not to let it bother me, but occasionally, I'm obviously.
I mean,
still
it's always
so-
gonna be like that. Even like big people, like big content creators. Like I don't know how big you are with like Twitch streamers, but I stream on Twitch sometimes. It's kind of more like just a side thing I do. But people like I'm sure you've heard of Pokimane before. So she always deals with hate all the time.
Yeah.
And for how big she is, you'd be like, oh, I mean, she's got all this money. She like knows all these people. She's probably happy in life. Like she talks about on Twitter a lot, like how she's mentally drained, like stuff that she sees makes like it's always gonna be with people. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen to me. Like going throughout high school, I was making Fortnite videos, and people at my school knew that. Like my band directors would be like, "Oh, how's your YouTube going?" I'm like, "Oh, good." My band directors know what I'm doing.
Oh, boy.
But then, like back then, I cared a lot more. I was like, "Oh, people like I don't know. Do I want to keep doing this?" But I was like, "Who cares? Like it doesn't matter. It's fun. I'm having a good time doing it. I'm literally just playing a game, and whoever watched it watched it."
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, Fortnite was doing really well for me too.
Really?
There were some videos I got to like 5K, 6K views. I'm like, "Yo, this is getting somewhere." I even got rated. But he moved to Twitch now. He was the biggest one of the biggest YouTube streamers at the time. He had like 2 million subscribers.
Really?
He rated one of my streams. Like all of his viewers came to mine. I had no idea what was going on because I didn't know that was a thing. I was just like, he typed in chat, "Are you family friendly?" I don't like swearing when I post content. Well, now I will, but I'll just bleep it. Like because younger audience plus monetization.
Of course.
It's like I want to make. I don't do it for money, but like. It's my job.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I have to say like I need to make money doing this.
Exactly.
Like, that's what I do. It's what I want to do.
There's an opportunity.
Exactly. I have all the pieces now. I just got to make the puzzle. But regardless, so he put in my chat, "Are you family friendly?" I said, "Yeah, I am, Nick. Thank you. So try not to swear." No idea who he was. He was verified though, so I was like, "Oh, congrats on verification. It's always a dream for me." Yeah. And then he's like. Well, I didn't know this at the time, but I went back and watched his stream, the stream bot, and I was like, he's like, "All right, everybody, go, go, go!" And like everybody started flooding my chat. I got up to like 2,000 people, and I'm just like, serious? I'm like, what is happening? I didn't know what was going on. Like I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know it was possible. I was scared. I was like, what? But at the same time, the whole time I was like, thank you. I was freaking out.
Yeah.
But it's just like cool to say I've experienced so much while doing the Fortnite scene. Like it really helped me realize what I want to do. I'm glad I didn't stick with it in the long run because the game's dead now. I mean, it's not, but it is. Like, it's not fun.
Yeah, you don't want to stick with one thing.
You shoot one bullet at somebody, dude builds the Eiffel Tower in front of you. Like, it's too fast. Like, I remember when people could build like a 1x1 box and that was good, and that's what I miss. But that's just how games are. Like, there's some games I go back to. Like, I'll never get sick of Minecraft. Minecraft is just my game. That's always my game. It's just that's what I like doing. That's my favorite game.
It's a fun game.
It's
It'll always be fun.
Right. Rocket League. Not much can change when you play that game.
I played it maybe once.
It's fun. It's hard. It's so people say it's the most what's the word?
Hands-on?
No, it's like mechanical game out there. Like you really have to understand a controller or a keyboard and mouse to be good at the game. Because like once your car's upside down, everything's inverted. And you know like that's hard because our brain we trained our brain to know up is up, down is down.
It's just opposite.
It's all completely different. So it's like it's just hard. But anyway, like games are fun. It's what I enjoy doing, which is I stream on Twitch. That's where I do my gaming stuff now. My plan once I graduate to start posting golf videos of my own. I really do enjoy golfing, but that's going to be on a separate channel. It's going to be called, I think, Unforgettable Golf, because 4 is like, you're about to hit somebody with a golf ball. You're like, 4.
Yeah,
like, so, you know,
that's cool.
So
I like that.
That's the name. My friend Josh actually got it for me. Shout out Josh. He's in the Navy right now. Oh, he's in boot camp. So
really?
Good for him. I don't know. I hope he's doing well.
Shout out to you, Josh.
Shout out Josh. Regardless, so our slogan for that is going to be, because unforgettable, you won't forget about it. Our slogan is going to be, we golf so bad you won't forget about us because we're garbage. So that, well, I mean, I'm not bad, but like my friend group in general, we have some stinkers.
That's like the brand.
Exactly. Like I'll be bad on purpose a few times just for content. Like it's for the content.
Yeah.
It's FCT.
Why not?
Like, that's the most important thing. But that's the plan for that. And then with my main channel, I really think I'm just gonna kind of just. I don't know if I want to start doing stuff with my girlfriend because she's Italian. Like you see those videos where it's like, I have my Italian girlfriend or my girlfriend from here read these words, stuff like that. That's funny. It's like, and it's not funny like you're making fun of them. It's just like so cool because
it's like a culture shock,
right? Like we can speak English because that's what we speak. When I went to Italy, I didn't know what they were saying. I learned some stuff. I learned swear words. I learned basic stuff. I mean, when you learn any language, swear words are the first thing you learn. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. But I don't like they're. Half the time I'm sitting there, I don't know what they're talking about. Like I'm legit just sitting there, and I'm like I said, I like to listen. But when I don't know what you're saying,
it's tough.
It's like I want to talk to somebody.
Because you don't know if they're talking about you.
Well, not even. Well, true. I mean, if I knew I knew what they were talking about because they'd be looking at me.
Really?
Because they knew, like, they're not, her family's awesome, great people. I mean, they were loving people. I'm really happy that her parents are like that. And I mean, I know some people's parents are. Well, some people don't have parents. Some people, their parents are really mean to them. Like, I know some people that came here, like to YSU, like freshman year, sophomore year. That was like their getaway from their house. Like they liked being here because being at home was a hardship.
Just a bad environment.
Yeah. It is like that. But so I don't know what I'm gonna do with my actual main channel. But overall, it's really cool to be where I am now and getting back to Snapchat. I don't know how I got off that tangent again.
But we're back.
We're back again. But I still. It doesn't matter. So Snapchat. So as of right now, currently. Well, okay, let me get back. So Shane got me and Mason a trial month to do it with this lady. Apparently, she's from Russia.
Oh wow!
It's like we're working through a third. For this, we're working through a third party through Snapchat. So it's like us, the third party, Snapchat. Snapchat tells them what to tell us what.
Huh.
But we've also had some times. Hold on, I'll get there. I lied. So trial month, we had no idea what we want to do. Very dumb videos. If you want to put one, I'll send you like the first video ever.
Yo, can you toss the cookies in the oven? I'm gonna go upstairs and take a shower.
So there's this. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was great. Those cookies look great. I know what video is. That's why I said yeah. Basically, I'll give you the premise since you guys just saw it. But basically, Mason comes around the corner. Thomas, I'm about to hop in the shower. Put the cookies in the oven when it hits 350. So then it just cuts to me with a thing of Oreos, off-brand Oreos, by the way.
Save money. Budget.
Right. So I opened up the oven, put my hand back, and just threw the whole thing of cookies in the oven. They flew everywhere. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea at the time, but it happened. And views, when we first started, we were like, okay, I mean, this one has like 700 views. Like, okay, that's a lot. Like, to us, like, no, just with 0 subscribers, we're like,
yeah, when you start
that's
out,
cool. Like,
huge.
700, right. So, throughout the month, eventually our ideas, I don't want to say they got better, but we started understanding more. It became more of like, we understood the algorithm at the time. Because the algorithm changes a lot. That's a word, I'm sure you know what algorithm is.
Of course.
But like TikTok's algorithm, Shane talked about it a lot when we were filming. They like this. They like videos that are 45 seconds. Anything over 45, they don't show. Stuff like that. So like we started understanding the algorithm a little bit of like what people liked, which was cool because we were like, we really want to keep doing this because I'm obviously not going to talk numbers about how much I make and whatever because I don't think I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
But regardless, for how much we were making just for that month, we were like, this could be something we actually like do. Which it's not like I don't make anything near like 3 figures or 6 figures, obviously.
Yeah,
but for like being in college still, it's a good amount of money. Like it's way better than working at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. When that's what I also bring this up when I talk about it. I also hate how much I make because I don't do anything hard.
Really?
I sit in front of a camera. We have videos where we're like that. I swear to God, that's what we do. Like I literally said, Mason, what are you doing today? He did that. That was the video.
Legit?
I swear to God.
Really?
It's dumb. Like that's the kind. Like I'm doing that and making the amount of money I'm making, and people are working hard at like places to feed mean customers, and I always feel bad about that. But I'm blessed to have the opportunity. Like I mean, it's not like anyone can't do this. You just have to be dedicated. That's the thing. Content creating, consistency, which you guys are good at. You guys post every week.
So every week for the podcast and the shorts or reels on Instagram, that's every 5-6 days.
Right. So you're starting weekly, which is what I did with YouTube. That's like weekly is always the best way to start. And then once you really have, I don't even say build a foundation, but like you have concurrent viewers, like that. Like I don't want to say people that don't care now that watch. But, people from like outside of like people you know. That's when you can start thinking, okay, let's film 2 videos. Let's have 2 people show up in the same day. We have 2 videos. We edit them both. We put out one every 3 days. Sounds like a lot more work, but when you actually like make a timeline, and I know what it's like. It sounds like a lot of work because I was there with YouTube and Fortnite stuff. I'm like, how am I going to post 2 videos in a week? I edited everything myself, and like I tried to make it look good. It's not like I didn't add cuts or I didn't add effects and sound and stuff. I legit sat down, looked at the timeline, cut where I needed to start, cut where I needed to end. Everything in the middle, like some people would just let it play out, wouldn't cut dead space, wouldn't cut like. I made sure it looked professional because I cared about what I was doing.
Exactly.
If you care about what you're doing, you want to make sure your content's as best as you can because you don't know who's going to see it. Anything on the internet these days could blow up. That's the thing. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
So it's really cool about that. But Anyway, back to Snapchat again. It wasn't too off topic. Actually. No, it wasn't bad.
I'm enjoying this whole conversation.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry I'm talking a lot. I'll let you ask questions later.
No, I want everybody to know who you are.
I'm just trying to get through my kind of like what I do before you like fire back.
Before I like pollute the argument.
Yeah. Well, what about this? No. So, anyway, so trial month ended, and we messaged this lady through WhatsApp because she's from Russia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Her first language isn't English, but she types very well English. I've never heard her speak, but her English, she's good. Better than most people from Russia, I would think.
That's interesting. Maybe it's like from like one of the off countries.
It could be. And I don't even know if she lives there. Maybe she's just from Russia and went somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't want to ask because it's not my business and I don't really care.
Yeah. Okay.
So, September ends. We'll just say it was September. Month of September ends. And we messaged her saying, hey, her name's Karina, I think. Hey, Karina, we finished our 30 videos. Let us know if everything looks good on your end. We're trying to be professional. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, I'll check it out and I'll send your invoice over. What the hell is an invoice?
Oh.
We don't learn this stuff, okay? I'm a telecommunication major. We don't learn about invoices. That sounds scary and hard. So I messaged Mason. I'm like, I messaged Mason. What the hell is an invoice? He says, I'm looking it up now. I don't know either. Because he did film at the end. So like, I mean, it's really not that hard to know what it is once you look it up.
Yeah.
But then we found out you have to pay to make one. Until she's like, oh, sorry, here's the invoice website, so it's free. I'm like, oh,
jeez.
You know, me and Mason just had a 10-minute heart attack about what to do.
Yeah.
So she said that, and then obviously that's just where you put in all the information and how you get paid, whatever. She's like, all right, so here's the invoice. I'll get back to you guys in a few days. So we're like, what does that mean? We don't know. She's like, so we actually want to continue working with you guys. We're like, yes. So then Shane was also doing this at the time.
Huh.
Shane did not put any effort in his videos because he was already big on TikTok and doing stuff on YouTube. He didn't really care.
And Snapchat at the time, I mean, it's not obviously as big as TikTok right now, but it's
right.
definitely
risen. Oh, it's growing. 300 plus million viewers every single day.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I didn't even know that stat. But
I only know because I made I'll get there about why I know that.
Okay.
So, Shane got one for October too. So now we're in October. We all got a 30 video contract. We continued grinding throughout the month. Nothing really crazy, and we're just doing stuff. Our videos we started noticing some videos got like 20K views. We're like,
more traction.
We're like, whoa, that's cool. 20,000 views. Like, it's never happened. Like, to personally, you're like, that's crazy. So, month of October ends. We tell Karina, hey, we're done. Let's check everything out. She's like, oh, looks good. We'll send the invoice again. Blah blah blah. And then Shane, same thing. But so she messaged Mason and I. You guys are doing great. We would love to have you guys do it another month if you want. We're like, sure, of course. Shane doesn't do it. Shane, but this is why it's so funny. Shane's just, and I don't hate Shane. I love Shane. Shane's a brother to me. Really is. Like, honestly, I love the dude. I just hate him because he didn't put effort in. He made a video. I swear to God, this is so stupid. He made a video where he goes, oh my God, I just put water in my pasta pot by accident. I swear to God that was the video. I'm not lying. Like, I could send it to you if you want. Like, that's literally the video. That's what he did. And they're obviously watching what we post.
But isn't water already in a pasta pot?
That's why I'm confused. I don't get it.
Maybe because it's so stupid. For some reason, it caught traction within the algorithm.
That's the kind of stuff I find funny. Because it was so stupid. But anyway, so he didn't get a contract. And he didn't really care. Because, like I said, doing all this other stuff. So me and Mason were kind of like, oh, so they do watch. Like, obviously we knew that, but like, so they're cracking down. Like, we need to actually. So then that month of November, we were like, we have to get our together. Like, we can't just BS like these videos. So we every Tuesday, Thursday, depending on what day worked better for us, I'd either go to his house or you come to my house. Like, we split it every other week. Obviously, because gas was so expensive.
Oh my gosh.
Last year, and it's still. I mean, it's a little better now, but it's stupid. Anyway, so we really did well that month. I think that was the month we both had a video that hit 100,000 views for both of us, which was really cool. On Snapchat, because I did some TikTok stuff prior to this, and I've had videos get that many views. Actually, my first video to get 1 million views was me doing following a tutorial, I think, of how to do a backflip, and I couldn't do it, obviously, so I landed on my head, but that was on purpose for views, because why not?
For the content.
Exactly, FTC. But so that was really cool. We're like, there's no way we don't get one for December.
Yeah.
But then we're like, it's December. What if this doesn't continue next month? Like, or next year? What are we gonna do? Like, what job are we gonna have?
Yeah.
But this is at the point where we started having a little bit of a fan base, like subscribers, and I don't think we got creator accounts yet, which is once you hit a certain amount of followers, I think 10,000 on Snapchat, your account becomes a creator account where you can see analytics, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because you can, it showed me like how many of my viewers were men, how many viewers were women, how many people, or how like my average viewer duration for stories, my stuff like that, and which actually really helped me, and I'll get there too because it's really interesting actually. But I will say I started off with like a 55% male audience and a 45% female audience.
You lucky dog.
No, but listen, now that I switched content from like cringy stuff to like relatable middle school stuff because I saw the age.
Yeah.
It's complete opposite. 55% women, 45% male.
Really?
And I'm like, I don't know if it's just because I'm like so attractive or if it's or what it is, but like, why did more girls start watching me now that I'm doing relatable content than?
Yeah.
Because I find relatable content really cool. Like I'm like, oh, I get like.
I mean, it's relatable.
Exactly. Everybody does it, so it's like I mean, it's cool, but so that analytics really do help. And once so back to December, we don't know if it's going to continue. Normally, it takes Karina about 10 days into the month to say something to us. It was like January 13th where we haven't heard anything. Like, do we say something to her? She messages us, guys, I'm so sorry. I've been so sick. I haven't been able to do anything. We're like, oh my God, we thought we were done. We thought we were done for. So, thank God she was okay. Like, you're making, like, I'm not just saying, like, I just want my money, but like.
No, but like that was like what you guys had like.
Right.
And that was everything.
And it was like right when our fan base was we started talking to like our fans. It's cool, like, 'cause they can comment on our stories and stuff. And we were like, no, it's over. But then and we were like, oh my God, are you okay? Blah blah. So then we continued. That's not true. I lied. I continued. Mason didn't get a contract.
Really?
We added up the views because we didn't know why. We added up the views between our two profiles. I don't remember the millionth number, but let's just say I had from September to then, September to December, overall views on Spotlight. I think I had like 5.7 million altogether.
Really?
Mason had 5 million. Really? So I'm like, no way that 700,000 difference made it so he couldn't get another contract. But we didn't know, so he didn't get a contract that month, which pissed him off.
Yeah.
I mean, he was mad just because he's like, we're doing this like there's nothing different. And I was like, bro, I don't know. I was happy, obviously I had mine. I was like, I'm just gonna do my thing, but it sucked.
But still, it's your buddy.
I was gonna say, it's the dude I filmed with.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you care, like, if you still help me film or whatever? He's like, no, yeah, cool. Because I didn't know if he was gonna be like, no, I'm not doing. Like, I was scared. But the only trade-off, there wasn't really a trade-off. It was just more friends being friends. If you help me with, because he was also doing TikTok. He's like, if you help me with my TikTok videos, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So we filmed. Yeah, exactly. So we were still filming. It's just him for TikTok, me for, of course, Snapchat. So February, I get another contract. Cool. He gets a contract, but the lady's like, make a new Snapchat account, and instead of making any kind of video you want for Spotlight, there's Spotlight challenges like that. Like you can earn money if you win. He couldn't win the money if he did win, which he actually ended up winning one, which was really funny. It was like $1,500 extra, which
really
he couldn't get because it's under the contract thing. But so he had to make a whole new Snapchat just for this, and he could only post challenges, and challenges only came out like every like 5 days, and you had to post 30 videos. So like it was hard for him, but once he realized he could post more than one video on a challenge, he's like, okay, it's fine. But it sucked because he had to start over.
Yeah. So he didn't get a contract. How do you get another contract? I'm confused.
Yeah, I get. So she messaged him in February and said, hey Mason, we actually have another opportunity for you if you'd like to. I'll give you the details, and then so that's where the new account came in. So it's actually funny. I applied with Shane and Mason very recently to get my Snapstar on Snapchat, like I guess the verification of Snapchat.
Yeah.
Mason got his on his second account, like his new account. I haven't heard back yet, and the only reason I don't think I've heard back yet is because I don't have any press. Meaning Mason already has a famous birthday because his TikTok. Famous Birthdays is basically a website you can go to where you can see any of your favorite content creators, like where they're from, what they do, stuff like that. So he has one, I don't. So, but I don't know because when I sent Shane sent the emails for us because Shane's very, very good at talking to people, and I mean he's the best speaker I know when it comes to like. And I'm not saying he's manipulative. He just genuinely knows how to have a conversation and make it so he can get what he wants. It makes me mad because I wish I could do that. Like I'm a very good speaker, but I feel bad when I'm like, I hate asking people for stuff. I hate it.
Me
like,
too.
I'm taking senior photos for somebody. One of my friends, someone I graduated with, younger brother, and I'm like, I can't charge them because they're just a family, not family friend, but like But they're like, oh no. I'm just like, I hate giving prices. That's my least favorite thing to do because money is irrelevant to me. Like, obviously I need it to live. I hate talking about it because like I do stuff like this because I'm a nice person. I want to help people out. But at the same time, like I could earn money doing it. Yeah. I just don't like, give me this, give me that. Because I'm like, it makes me feel bad.
It gets in the way of the art.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm trying to take pictures. They're like, how much did you want for that? Shh. I'm trying to get the angle. You know? So I'm like,
But at the same time, you don't want to be self-destructive either.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the thing I'm working on now is talking to people about money. That's like where I'm at in life about that. Regardless, it doesn't matter. So about the Snapstar stuff, Mason heard back because I think of the famous birthday. Shane has every press known to man, but he doesn't use Snapchat. So like I'm not sure why he didn't hear back yet. I don't have the birthday yet, which I'm in the process of getting. Shane's talking to somebody about that. But I'm not sure, because when I sent so Shane sent the email for us, and then he got an email back saying we have to hear from the person themselves from their personal email, which makes sense. They don't want to like fraud, whatever. So then I sent the email back of what I needed to. Right when I sent that one, I got an email from them saying, thanks for contacting us about a Snapstar.
It's like automated.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just saying like, please put all this information, make sure your email has all this information in when sent. I'm like, okay, it did. But I sent that screenshot and I'm like, Shane, is this okay? Because like I got this right when I sent it. Does that mean it didn't go through maybe? He's like, no, it should be cool. Just wait. We haven't heard anything. Mason heard back in like a day.
How many days has it been for you?
Almost a week.
Really?
And it says up to 3 weeks, but Mason heard back like instantly. And he I have almost triple the amount of subscribers than him. So I'm like, I don't see why. Like besides the famous birthday, like I don't know. And it's not like anyone can do what he did. Shane just knows people, which is why he could get the email to send.
Of course.
So it's not like, because I know a lot of Snapchat creators that have like 600,000, 700, like that aren't verified because they don't know that email. It's not like anyone can do it. I don't really know how that works. Well, okay. Well, to get verified on Snapchat, normally you have to have 50,000 people on average view your story. I have like 4,000 right now, and I have 170,000 subscribers.
I might have like 300.
Exactly. So it's like, that's hard, which is why this email is great. But I'm like, Shane, are you sure I'm not supposed to like do something with this email, like respond to that one? Because we haven't heard back yet. I'm going to have to ask Mason tomorrow. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Because he got it right away. I'm like, oh,
that's interesting, man.
And it's not even that I care about the verification. It's just kind of like, it'd be cool.
Yeah, of course.
Because like, it's like what I do. It's my job. Like,
you should care.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't care about it. You know the grandma story earlier. Terrible story. But anyway, so we're waiting for that to happen. But that's kind of where I am. Like, I'm still under contract with the normal 30 video stuff. But I've actually done a few videos for Snapchat themselves. They've asked me and Mason to do promotional videos. Now, do you know what a Snapchat public profile is?
Vaguely. So, like, people I know, some girls that I know that I don't like try to be influencers or whatever. Some guys, I mean, not like to like throw a jab at them or whatever, but some guys too I know, like they have like a public profile. Right. So there's like there's the bio, there's the profile picture, and there's like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures of themselves.
Right.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Because that like a public profile obviously is public. Anybody, like people can see it if they search enough to find you, which is why Spotlight's cool, which is like the purpose of it. So like they see your video, oh, I want to subscribe to this guy's videos are funny, and then like the little banner label things that you can see. Like I have one of my hairless cat. It's really.
I've seen it.
You've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's
hairless cats are interesting.
They are. Everybody hates them until they meet one. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a side story real quick because this is important to me.
Let's take it.
So, how I met Maya, because she's from Italy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How'd you meet her?
So I told you before this that I withdrew from Spanish. Did not fail. I just had to ace everything else left.
Just a W.
Just a W. I did fail a class, but that's different. I'm not talking about that. It's dumb. So I withdrew from Spanish. Mm-hmm. Maya from Italy. She's just 20 minutes outside Milan, so northern Italy. She graduated from Kennedy Catholic High School in Pennsylvania.
I know where that is.
Right? Yeah. Just 2018. No, what? That's when I graduated. What year is it? 2022?
It is.
2021 she graduated in the spring. So last fall semester, I had to retake Spanish. Or had to take Spanish. I didn't ever retake it. And that's where I first saw Maya. And we talked about this because this story is so stupid. I was in that class with Josh and Andrew Peterson. I don't know. He's popular. He's dumb. You don't want to know who Andrew is. Andrew, I love you, but you're stupid. So
Sorry, Andrew.
me, Josh, and Andrew were standing outside the classroom with some other people, and we see this girl come around the corner. Obviously, this is when we had masks on, by the way. We can't see people. She had hair almost as long as mine, like up to the shoulders.
Yeah.
Like you could tell it was just cut. Light blue jeans, black top. I think it was black. I didn't care about the top. I was looking at her jeans.
Oh, hopefully she doesn't see this part.
Oh, she doesn't care. We talk about this all the time. I'm put on the spot. I'm bad on the spot. So, but it's really just the jeans I remember. The jeans and her like Harry Potter glasses. They're not really. They're just round. That's why I said Harry Potter.
They were
glasses.
similar.
Right. And me, Josh, and Drew all went, oh, okay. And Drew being the guy he was, went, hey, girl. Like, not out loud, though. Like, just under his breath. I'm like, shut up. So, we all get in the room. I withdrew from Spanish, so I sat in the front of the class to make sure I paid attention. Guess who sits right behind me?
Her.
Maya.
No way.
And this was before I knew anything about her. Mm-hmm. We're going around. I'm doing the stupid icebreaker. Oh, what do you do? What's your major? So dumb. 5th year and I still have to do that? Are you kidding? I can't wait till I have to do that anymore. Anyway, so I go, whatever. Maya goes, I'm from Italy. I'm like, okay, great. I'm about to get judged by someone from a different country that I don't know how to speak Spanish. And then she's like, so she's talking. I'm like, great. And then me and Josh and Drew look at each other because it's like me, Maya, Josh, Drew, like a line. I'm like, oh no. Like I was like, oh, it was bad. So semester keeps going. I think she's attractive. Like, she's cool. I was actually sitting on the roof with my buddy Michael at his house. I don't know why we were sitting on his roof, but thing we do, guys, weird things. And I was talking to him. This was deeper in the semester. Like, I've said maybe like 1 word, 2 words to her. Like, one day, I remember the first thing I asked her, I was like, hey, how do you do this? And I knew she was good at Spanish. Like, she speaks Spanish. She wasn't supposed to be in this class. She was supposed to take a test out of it. But she didn't have time to do it. And I withdrew from the first time I took Spanish. Yeah. If I would have just passed Spanish or she took that test, we never would have met each other.
But as fate would
I'm telling you, bro, it's wild. It's so crazy.
That's crazy.
So, back to the story. I was sitting on the roof with Michael. And I'm like, bro, I mean, like, because this is so movie. Like, it wasn't a movie. I was just like, bro, she's cool, but I can't find her on any social media.
Yeah,
I looked on Snapchat, Instagram. I looked on Twitter. The only place I found her was the YSU app. No way in hell am I messaging this girl on the YSU app. No. And you're looking at me probably like, why don't you just ask for her number? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Mr. Person Watching or Mrs. Person Watching. So,
or they, them, whatever.
True.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever pronoun you are. The tables watching, chairs.
Exactly.
The light switches.
Yeah, whatever.
Why didn't I ask for a number? Great question. Someone in our class got COVID. Oh. So we had to go online. Oh. Just for a week, though. And the week we went online was October. Middle of October. Almost a year ago. No. Maybe it was September. I don't remember.
But basically, we'll just call it a year.
Exactly. Around a year ago. So, you're like, why don't you just wait for the week after? I didn't know if she was only here for that semester or if she was staying. So I'm like, do I just message her on the YSU app? Do I just message, through it, for a little bit? 4 days I was contemplating. So 2 days after I was on the roof with Michael. Because he was like, you should just message her. I'm like, no, I can't. That's just so weird. Yeah. We're going to a corn maze. I don't know if you've ever been to the corn maze. It's Maze Craze, the one that's always a bunch of
in Columbiana.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're actually going there soon. Anyway. So we were going there. It was me, Michael, Josh, who's in Spanish class. I don't remember who else it was. My other friend Thomas. Me and him are together. It's very complicated. But anyway, so Michael and Josh have my phone. I'm like, write a message, but don't send anything. Maybe because I was like, maybe just ask her what she got on her composition, on something. Because I don't want to just be like, hey, that's what am I 4?
Yeah, no. You don't want to be basic.
Yeah, come on, I'm too cool to be basic. Rather be stupid than basic. Yeah, that's a life fact. Always be dumb or stupid. Don't be basic.
Well, you're more interesting automatically.
Exactly. When you say something that doesn't make back when I had Tinder, high school, whatever, I would never be that pickup line guy. I'd be like, I had a crayon in my pocket with my sock on my right foot that led to a walrus tusk inside my head. Stuff like that.
But that's different.
Exactly. And they would just not know what to say.
Who does?
And I wasn't really on Tinder to get a girlfriend. It was more just because it was fun. Yeah. And I hate being that person, but you never knew what was going to happen. If someone matched my energy, that's good.
Why not?
Because I like when people match my energy. Like Maya's got her weird side, but she's also from a different country, so there's a barrier there. Like she obviously speaks English, but like sometimes it's kind of like what she does, what I do. Well, back then, now we're kind of like. I mean, it's almost been a year. Well, actually, it'll be a year, a little less than a month. We'll be getting to school.
Congratulations!
Thank you. It's gonna be a good time. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know we're going to Cedar Point for her birthday.
That's cool.
And not this Saturday, but next Saturday, so that'll be fun. Unless it rains, this weather sucks. It's cold. I'm cold all the time. I'm the kind of person that wears hoodies when it's 90 degrees outside.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that like? That's a gift.
It is cool, but when I walked here, it's actually really interesting. I'll get back to the story, but this is another story. We love the side stories here.
I'm a fan. I'm entertained.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm sorry I speak a lot. So, when it's 85 degrees outside, I'm cold. I want it to be 100. When I was in Rome over the summer, because we kind of went on a little vacation when I was in Italy. I went on vacation. It was really cool. But I was in Rome. It said it felt like 104.
Really?
I was thriving. Everyone was sweating around me. I need water. Oh, I was so happy. I don't sweat a lot. You can ask anybody I know. I do not sweat. The only time I sweat is if it's humid and I'm playing soccer or tennis. I play all the. I'm like the whitest kid. I played soccer, tennis. I was on the bowling team. I was in marching band, jazz band, symphonic band. Like, bro,
all that stuff is interesting.
I know it's cool, but like I'm so white. Anyway, regardless, what was I talking about?
So you were talking about being comfortable wearing hoodies.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm having a great time. So I was thriving in Rome. Great time, but with hoodies.
Yeah.
So. I mean, maybe 90 degrees. Well, I have a picture of me in the car with a hoodie on where it was 90 degrees.
Really?
Like I said, hoodie weather. I swear to God.
There's like no sweat.
No, I was chilling. I don't sweat. It's honestly, it's a blessing because I heard sweating is terrible. I'm also the kind of person that doesn't really have like hair around my body. Like my arm, bare.
God bless you.
I didn't grow armpit hair until I was like a freshman in college.
And I take it you're not Italian.
I'm not. I'm Romanian.
Ooh. Wow.
I can say, oh no attinja. That means don't touch.
Oh,
that's about it.
Okay.
I'm stupid. We've been over that. So, I mean, I don't know why the hair doesn't grow on me. But I'm happy because my friends say, like, I have chest hair.
I mean, you get it in all the right places. That's
I
what
do.
matters.
I know. I got a good flow. Oh my God. I was watching like older episodes because I was like, I don't want to watch the new ones because it's too new.
You saw me at my Raw.
I did.
Form.
That's one reason why I did because I wanted to see you at your Raw.
Yeah.
My first YouTube video.
Well, I started doing YouTube when I was in second grade, and you can't find it now because I made sure it's deleted.
That's gone.
My friend one of my best friends had a Lego account, so like he would make like we called them mocks back then. So you get like different Lego sets and like get like a battlefield. So if it was like Star Wars, the Clone Wars, he would like set it up, and it was so cool. So I was really into Legos too, and I asked like, could I like hijack your account and like post videos too? And God bless him, he let me.
All right.
But he lost a couple of subscribers. He had maybe like 250 subscribers. but like second grader, you know what I mean? That's
I mean, I'm only laughing because it's like you said I lost them a couple, but then just breezed past it.
And then so I was like, let me just make my own.
Right.
So I made my own, and I had a list back then. It was like, it's kind of bad. It's not as bad now.
I mean, I didn't even realize it, but I'm also illiterate, so like it's fine. You sound great. Hey,
I appreciate it. But yeah, back in the day, it was like, oh, okay, I had 10 videos, and I made like a couple stop motion shorts. They probably sucked, but eventually people would find them. No, this is like 8th grade, like freshman year, and I was like, I don't like how I talk in those videos, so I deleted them all. So
right, I mean,
you can't find them.
It's like that. That's where like really loving yourself before loving anyone else, very important. And that sounds more like a relationship advice, but like even content creating, you have to love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Before you worry about what other people think. Like once you're happy with what you're doing, find a niche. And the best thing to do is if you like what someone else is doing, don't just straight up copy them.
Yeah.
Take what they're doing,
but be you with it too.
And bend it a little bit to change it, and then also be yourself.
Yeah. Because
not only are you doing what they're doing just a little differently, you're also doing it differently in a way where you're being yourself, like you said.
And it's original.
Right. Because then it adds not just the bend to it, but it's also your own personality. So it's really the same but different, and the person who is doing it that you got it from can't really tell. Because back when I was doing Fortnite, everybody did the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Like you can't, like a new item came out, trying this for the first time, try like every video. But that's what it is. It's just like who can do it the best.
Exactly.
And like I said, I started getting some traction there, but I just kind of stopped doing it because I was like, the game's not as fun anymore.
Yeah.
I started doing more like other stuff. Like I have some challenges with friends on my channel that are still there. I have some like gaming videos with friends, which I'm actually I still watch this day. I'm proud of them. Like I'm like, oh, I remember when I made that edit. I was like, oh, that's so funny. I can't wait for my friends to see. And it was like that kind of stuff. Like people are like, why do you have your old videos up? That's why. The nostalgic to see where you came from. And I'm not saying you deleting your videos is a bad thing because that's a different story. I was gonna say that's a different story. I'm saying like I was constantly posting. It's just the content kept changing.
Yeah.
So it's like I did this. I went from vlogs to Call of Duty videos to Fortnite for a while. Fortnite streams, which I got rid of most of those streams because it was taking up a lot of. Like I was like, I don't need the same thumb because I used to know that's the same thumbnail for a lot of videos. Regardless, so it's like. Don't be ashamed of where you came from because that's who made you who you are now, especially with the people around you. Because a lot of people have changed my life, especially in the past, like even 5-6 months. But like from freshman year being here at YSU to now, I'm gonna show you my Y card,
Okay.
just so you can see what I look like. Because if I can find it, because I do not. That's my driver's license. I look like Trevor Lawrence in my driver's license.
Oh my gosh.
But like,
wow.
that's not even me.
Wow.
It is me, but it's not me.
Wow.
You want to see it? It's great. Honestly, I love that picture. It's just my hair.
Yeah. It's much shorter.
So much shorter than his.
And I showered, so it's not as short, obviously,
Right.
as it is right now. But that's crazy, man.
I know, but it's just life has taught me a lot through the 5 years, which I'll tell a few little stories about that after I finish talking about. What were we talking about before this?
Well, we were talking about,
talking about
how you met your girlfriend.
That's where we were. You're so good at this. I suck at
okay.
remembering what. Well, I'm doing a lot more talking than you.
No,
So
I'm just absorbing all the information.
That's right. I'm regurgitating. You're absorbing. So
We'll go back and forth in a second.
right, we're good. So, girlfriend story. I said, say something with a composition. Say something like, don't be weird. Remember my basic. Yeah.
You're just.
So I'm like, all right, let me see it. They just sent it. I didn't get to see it. They just clicked send. I was like, oh, my life's over. Oh, it's over. Oh,
So
it's
hold
over.
on, you do not know what they said.
Oh, I know what they said.
Oh.
Because I could see it. But they didn't let me read it first. So I guess I didn't know what they said till after.
Like technically.
Right, because I was like, guys, like this is kind of serious to me. Like I do like her. Like I mean, whatever. I don't know anything about her.
Right.
And I'm okay. Don't be the person to hop right into a relationship, please, for the love of God. I hate people like you. I don't hate anybody.
Oh no, they should just walk off a bridge.
But like,
come on. I know exactly what you're saying.
You have to. If you aren't friends, you can't be boyfriend and girlfriend.
The same people that literally, it's like, okay, they're in a relationship for like 2.5, 3 months, and then all of a sudden, it's a new person.
Yeah. You know why? Because they don't build that foundation.
Well, yeah. Also, I think they're not comfortable being by themselves. You know what I mean?
That's true. They don't have self-love.
Yeah.
They don't know how to love somebody else because they don't know how to love themselves.
Yeah.
It's all this stuff we've been talking about for this conversation.
And I'm sure there's exceptions, but for the
Of course.
most part,
I know some people that just hopped into dating and they're still cool. But that's rare. You have to build a friendship. At least like, and when I say hang out, don't call it a date. Legit just hang out with each other. Like be friends before you be anything else.
Yeah.
Because you really get to know somebody when you're like just friends. Because if you're trying to be boyfriend, girlfriend, people are going to act differently.
yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I gotta be this perfect girl, I gotta smell good, or I gotta do my hair this way. I mean, I did my hair like this shut up. It doesn't matter. So when you're friends, you don't have to worry about changing who you are because you're just friends. If you hop right into boyfriend, girlfriend, you get those fake people.
There's a foundation.
Exactly. That's a great word. Foundation.
Yeah. We've been using that.
That's
a lot.
the title, foundation.
Building a foundation for your personal life. I don't know, something like that.
But regardless, so they sent the message. I saw the message, and I was like, I was freaking out, but I was like, okay, it's fine. They didn't say anything bad. They just said, what did you get on the composition?
Yeah.
That's it. I thought it was worse. Like, I thought they were going to say something stupid. Because Michael and Josh, stupid. But I guess this was the time they were being nice to me. They realized this meant a lot to me. I mean, at the time I didn't know, but looking into the future, it's like, good, cool. Which makes me feel really bad because I'm not the one that sent the message. But at the same time,
On behalf of you.
Right. I just couldn't do it because it was the YSU app. It was the YSU app? That's so weird.
The college app is like the student feed.
I know. It's so
weird.
It's so weird. But anyway.
What happened?
Right. So, I turn on notifications to get messages if she sent me something through the YSU app. So we get to the maze. We're going through the maze. I keep checking my phone. I wouldn't have anything. In my mind, I'm like, maybe she's doing something. Maybe she just doesn't check it a lot. Maybe blah, blah, blah. Maybe this, maybe that.
But you're trying to get your mind off.
Yeah, but
you're in a corn
like,
maze.
I wasn't even, I didn't care about the corn maze. It was irrelevant. The corn maze was just where I was. So, me, Thomas, and Josh went to B-dubs afterwards. Michael had to go somewhere. No. Josh had to go somewhere. I think. Was it Josh or Michael? You don't know that. I don't know why I asked you. I'm going to say it was Mike. I'm going to say Josh is the one that didn't come.
Say Josh.
Josh, shout out Josh again. In the Navy. Well, no, boot camp. Bootleg. What? Okay, anyway.
Back to you, sir.
Anyway, we are at B-dubs. And I checked my phone. Still nothing. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, So I went and checked to make sure I turned notifications on the right way.
Yeah.
I don't see one, not two, 3 messages in the inbox. I'm like,
Really?
oh my God. She texted me 2 times while I was at the maze saying like, oh, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Sorry. But I could check later for you if you want. And then an hour after she sent those 2, she said, oh, I got 100%. So right there, I was like,
you're in.
I was like, not only did she send 2 messages at first, she thought about it for an hour and then sent me the answer.
You were on.
I was on exactly. So that's exactly what Michael said. So I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
That's great.
So then we started talking, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask for your number. I didn't say this on the YSU app. I actually eventually asked for her. I was like, do you have any other social medias? Because I don't use this app a lot. She's like, I have Snapchat. I'm like, oh, okay. That's good. So we started talking on there. Then eventually I found out she doesn't use social media. I couldn't find her Snapchat because her Snapchat names are weird. You know, it's not normally not the person's name. So we started talking. I'm like, oh, that explains why I didn't find you anywhere. But so we started talking the week. So I got her Snapchat. Was it Sunday? No, Friday night. Right, I got it Friday night. I didn't message her all weekend because I didn't want to be that guy. I messaged her after class on Monday, saying something about Spanish to like start a conversation.
It's so hard to have that self-control.
It is, and I was so happy I did it though because I remember. I'm like, is she gonna message me, or am I gonna like? I didn't know because she could have. Obviously, she didn't. But once her and I talked about like this whole story, we found out that she was waiting for me to say something like all weekend too. We were like, who's gonna send the first thing? So like when her and I talked about it for the first time, it's funny how we both liked each other but didn't know or say anything like throughout the whole semester until I said something. But so started talking, and this is when I worked. This is the only job I've ever had outside Snapchat. I worked at the Trumbull Country Club as a like golf cart guy, like cleaning them and like stuff like that. So I was doing that, and like, that was my job. And this is just when we were talking, nothing like serious or anything. I asked her, I said, do you want to hang out sometime? Actually, side story of the real story. Okay. One time when I was at work, I was cleaning off a cart. She Snapchatted me and said, oh, I would love for you to come back to Italy with me sometime. Like, haha. This is before we ever hung out. And she said that to me, and I was kind of like,
shit. I
was like, okay, but... And I legit said, I mean, I'd be down, but you don't even know who I am. I could, like, kill you for all I know. I mean, obviously I wouldn't, but... She's like, oh, I mean, true, ha ha ha. And then I was like... I mean, do you want to hang out sometime? Like, do you want to do anything? She's like, you could come to my apartment. She lives in the courtyards, which is where I walk from. Yeah. She's like, you could come to my apartment sometime if you want just to, like, hang out. I was like, oh, sure. So I was like, at work. That, by the way, happened on Monday. Longest week of my life, because she said we could hang out Sunday. I've been blown off a few times, surprisingly.
I've been there before.
Yeah, I think every guy has. And girl, you know. So
the girl who's watching this, she's a fan of the show, believe it or not. Thank you.
Oh, hey.
Thank you. Dick. Continue.
Sorry about that. So, to sum it up, the week was very long. I was like, is she going to blow me off? I was like, we can meet at The Rock. Iconic spot at YSU, The Rock. Everyone's painted The Rock. She's like, I'm coming up the hill now. She told me she lives by Kilcawley. So, to me, that's like middle of campus.
Right there. Yeah.
I didn't know she lived in the courtyards. I don't know where the courtyards are. So, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm walking up the hill. I'm like, what hill? eventually I knew that by Bliss there's a big hill that goes down to the courtyards. So I waited like 15 minutes there. I bought her a sound machine too, by the way, which seems weird to buy somebody something on the first time you meet them.
Yeah.
And she's like, I haven't been able to sleep well lately. So I was like, I use a sound machine.
Yeah.
So I got her that. So it was cool to give her, like we met and I was like, oh, this is so weird. This is like awkward.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we started hanging out. Eventually, like we became boyfriend, girlfriend. And since then, like I said, almost a year now. It's going really well. It's really cool. I went to Italy over summer, met her whole family. It's really weird.
So I need to take some notes because you are like you have your shit together when it comes to like girl advice or like you just know what to do.
You should have seen me 2 years ago before I knew all this stuff because somebody that goes to YSU, I'm not going to say their name because I'm over it.
Good for
They
you.
know who they are, and I don't even think they watch this. But if they for some reason see a clip of it, they know who they are.
The show has 96% male viewership.
Okay, so definitely not. There's no. I mean,
Probably
I don't think so.
There's a small.
But I'm not saying names. Regardless, this person was also talking to this person, and I bet they watch this and know exactly who they're talking about.
Ooh.
Because they were on the show, which is fine. Because I don't care. I'm over it. I'm almost a year in a relationship. Where are you at? Anyway, I'm not firing shots. I don't really care. I'm a nice person. I'm over it, dude. If you want to be friends, we were great friends for like 4 days before this whole thing happened with me and that girl. Anyway, so notes, very important. This is what I've learned. You've heard about the game, right? Girls play the game.
I hate the game.
I hate when girls play the game. Anyway, so if you are talking to a girl, they start playing the game.
Right.
You play the game back, but you don't play the same game. We have our own game that girls don't know about. I know about the game because I'm a guy.
Well, I don't think I know about that.
I'm gonna tell you about the game.
Am I really a guy?
That's true. We don't know that.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Let me check. Hey, he's a guy. He's a good guy too. I can tell. Anyway, I just broke my chair.
Actually?
No. No.
Okay.
The wheels are just like my car that I got to crash in unaligned. So yeah, no. He's a guy. Confirmed. And the guy game, GG. You know when you beat someone in a game, GG? The guy game. So the girl game, basically they play hard to get. The guy game, you play hard to get, but you only play hard to get when it's necessary. You have to normally initiate conversations because most girls play the game, which is the hard to get game. Unless they really care about you. Like Maya, me and Maya love each other. Like there was no game there. That was like a connection. So if you get lucky, you get lucky, but that's very rare. So the guy game, very simple. Like I said, play hard to get. When they want you to say something to them or do something with them, you're like, cool, yeah, I'll do it. But don't be a dick. Don't be a you can't play the game enough to be a dick. You have to be like, write that down. That's big letters. That's good. Don't be dick. Yep. So you can't. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
That's important.
You can't be a dick.
Regardless. Okay, keeping it short. Short and simple now. We know what we have to do. What you have to do. You're gonna have a girlfriend by the end of this show. I promise you.
I'm not looking for that. I'm in a situation right now.
Okay.
It's tough.
Never mind. Whoever's watching this that's in that situation should don't listen to me. I'm just.
No, it's
Okay, it's irrelevant.
Yeah,
it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. So anyway, don't be a dick, but you still have to like. If the girl really cares about you, she's gonna put in effort. The purpose of the guy game is to see if she'll put in any effort.
Okay.
Because if you play hard to get, sometimes she'll put in more effort for you to do something with her or to say something to get a response. If she doesn't say anything, she's probably talking to another guy. Right. I made this TikTok a long time ago. It's actually still on my page. I don't remember it word for word. Basically, I said, I don't want to say and I quote because I don't think it's right, but I said, if you're noticing the conversations between you and her are getting shorter, it's because the conversations between you and another guy are getting longer. So, obviously that's pretty self-explanatory. If she's being dry with you, she's being wet with somebody else. And I'm not like that. Just,
no, I know what you
know, this longer conversation, like she's interested in something else. Girls are, this is going to sound really sexist and it's not. Just girls are very easy to understand if they like you. It's obvious when they like you. They're good at playing the game, but if there's a difference between them playing the game and using you, and playing the game and them actually liking you. And you know why I know that? Because both have happened to me, which is why Maya is a big difference from the other person. And I'm really happy the other person happened because it made me grow so much as a person, mentally and physically. I cried a lot about stuff. I put in way too much effort. I learned about all the stupid stuff that I shouldn't have done because they weren't putting effort in. And at the end of the day, I'm so much more happy now. I'm so much more happier than the other person. And I know that because I mean, that's just from obvious things I've been seeing. Like, it's just, and I hate it because I'm the kind of person that wants to make, and I'm not talking about a relationship at this point, anybody. Anyone that's going through something hard, I want to be the person that can make them feel better because I love helping people. Like I said, we've talked about it. It's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, I mean, overall, that's just like, that's what you got to do. You got to make them get to the point to where they put an effort or they don't put an effort. That's kind of how you figure out what kind of, how much further the relationship's going to go.
Okay. So what if you have a scenario like this?
Well, here we go.
So I had a class with this person a while back. Let me go even further back.
Oh,
Let's go further
I
back.
get to sit back.
This goes back like 3 years, bro. And I saw this girl. This is back when like we still had to wear masks on campus. This was like sophomore year, so like 2-3 years ago, whatever. And I'm in this class down there. It's like stats class. And this girl, I would always see this girl like just sitting by herself at this table, no mask, because like she's just chilling, whatever. Whatever. What are they gonna say? And like, she's pretty attractive. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I won't lie. I'll never lie on this show. She's pretty attractive, and found out her name. Found out that I actually asked her for her Snapchat in 2020. So I had that. We followed each other on Instagram. All that. So that's
good.
But that was like it's been
right. But
so that was a plus. You know, because I'm a tool, but or at least was a tool.
Hammer.
Back then. Yeah, but just a tool that doesn't work. Anyway, so I recognize that this person, whatever, I like, okay, this is her name, blah, blah, blah. But I never say anything. I don't know why.
Right.
Would talk to my friends like, dude, this girl's like,
I know.
They'd be like, oh, you want to like talk to her? I was like, nah,
I can't do it.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't know what the confidence error was there. But anyway, last year I have a class with her. I actually dedicated an episode to the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you didn't listen, I hope you didn't listen to the episode.
I didn't. I don't know this one.
It was a Valentine's Day episode.
Okay, no, I definitely didn't listen to that one.
Yeah. Basically, in my opinion, she was like flirting back. Like we had like an hour and a half conversation, like down there.
Right.
Ironically, and like it was. I can't even explain it, but like the signs were there.
Right.
She even said like we're hitting it off. That's the quote, and I quote.
Right. Which is good.
Yeah.
That's a great thing to hear. Yeah.
Great. And like literally, her personality was awesome.
Right. That's the biggest thing for me.
Super cool.
Biggest thing.
It's like the whatever about the looks, but like
Yeah,
the personality.
right.
If you don't have like somebody that you could like really jive with personality wise, then forget the looks. Like it's gonna fall apart.
I agree.
And so I saw that, and that was like the first person that I was like, holy crap, you know, just personality blew me away, truthfully. And so I was like, okay, I have to, let's catch this lightning rod in a bottle. Is that even an expression?
I don't know, but I'm going to pretend it is. I know what you're saying.
I coined it, yeah. Let's do it. So I kind of sort of did something like you did. I asked her about because we had the same class. So I asked her about like a homework question, whatever.
He gets it.
We developed like a streak, whatever. I was like, oh, cool.
Oh, a streak.
We had FaceTiming one night for like an hour and a half. And I was like, okay. And I was the one that ended it.
Okay.
So I thought I was okay. So push came to shove, whatever. And then I feel like I gave too much effort.
Yep.
Way too soon. I've been there. That was the problem. But like, the signs were there. But I think it was my fault.
Okay.
Because, like, the one morning, we had, like, a Monday 8 a.m. class. In the morning, the morning before the class, I was like, what's your favorite Dunkin' drink? Like, I'm there right now. And she said it, and I was like, oh, well, I got you. She's like, oh, you're getting coffee for me, whatever. And then so I get there, right? She's like, oh, thank you. You know, I was hoping that like, I could earn a date. And she's like, oh, you did. Well, basically, to sum things up, I'm good at cheating on tests.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm here as well. And I said, you know, we have these proctored exams, but like I cheated on other proctored exams last semester and got all A's. It was fine.
Oh, yeah.
So like if you're trying to take it whenever, and she's like, I'd be down. Where do you want to do it? I said, you could come to my house, ironically, whatever. And she said, okay, you know, that sounds good to me.
Sure.
That happened to be Valentine's Day.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so my rational mind, right? I'm thinking, okay, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, right? Because I've been the asshole in the past, and it's worked. And I've been the nice guy as well, and it hasn't worked.
I know. I don't. Girls, can
Why?
you get a girl on here to please
Why?
explain this?
How does this happen?
You guys go after the most toxic human beings. When we're sitting here, well, him now, neither of us right now apparently, but when guys like us are just like trying to give you the world, and you're like, no, I want the other guy. I want the guy that's gonna kick me and hit me and like be mean and call me names and not do anything.
You want this eternal just downward spiral of sadness.
I don't understand. And then you give us the downward eternal stairway of sadness because you aren't with us and you're with that guy.
You know who? I hope this makes our Instagram reels, and I hope you see it.
I hope you see it too.
I hope you have a laugh.
Sorry.
Don't cry. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get her a card on Valentine's Day. So I had a crush.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get her roses too.
Gotta shoot your shot.
And you know, up until this point, the shot was rimming around.
The shot was going toward the target.
It was halfway down. Didn't really talk to her for the next day and a half, 2 days, right?
This is after the card?
No.
This is before the
I'm
card.
thinking of all this. I'm thinking I'm going to buy it that day. Valentine's Day, Monday hits. I didn't get a text. I didn't want to reach out, be that guy, you know what I mean? So I'm just waiting. And then we agreed at, I don't know, like noon maybe? Like in the evening, like let's say 3:30, I don't know. She goes, oh, I'm sorry, I'm working, whatever. And I was like, oh, I messed up. I messed up. And then so I kind of indirectly tried to tell her, without telling her directly, that I bought her flowers, even though I didn't.
No.
Just to save myself, you know, and have her come over out of pity.
Yeah, right. I mean, at that point, you're like...
Because this girl, the personality, like, it was
It
on
was
the charts.
there. It was there.
Never in my life have I experienced something like that. Truthfully. Not just, oh, a person, she's got a great personality, and, like, it's not...
See, I felt like that with the other person, like the girl before.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never met somebody... And her personality wasn't... Once I started to learn about it, or well, her, I guess it's a girl. I actually don't know that, but... anyway. Once I started to, like, really get to know them, I realized that they were shady. She wasn't who I thought she was when I first met her. Mm-hmm. But I know how you're like, there's no one better than this person.
Yeah.
But there is. Like, trust me, there is.
Oh, I've hung on to it, my friend. I mean, listen, now my end goal, I don't really have an end goal. I'm just being friends with everybody, really.
Dude, you know how I found Maya? Not looking for a girlfriend. Write this down. The best way to get into a relationship is to not look to get into a relationship.
I'm not looking at all. Let me.
I'm telling you, because when you try to seek yourself out there, when you try to put yourself out there and seek love, it's not gonna come. And I hate people that are like, you have to commit, you have to look for. No, I swear, the right person will just show up. You know, people are like, it just happens naturally. It does happen naturally.
Awful handwriting, but this is it. This is it.
What does that say? Don't look. It is awful.
Yeah, it's awful.
Don't get into a relationship.
And like, I'm not like how should I say, like openly seeking stuff out like that. At this point, it's whatever happens.
That's how I was.
We're just floating
If
around.
the opportunity comes, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be the one that's like, do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? No, that's weird.
At this point, it's like I just shoot. And not even to date, just like in general.
Just to hang out with people.
Yeah.
Because this day and age, especially after COVID, people are so weird. No, okay. Like, I'm only really good friends with the people that...
I know I am.
Okay, well, I'm weird too. You've seen this in my videos. Regardless, it's just like, I love meeting new people because everybody has their own story.
Yeah.
And that's why I like... Well, I mean, obviously I'm in a committed relationship now, but even then, it's like... When I fly to LA every now and then, like to meet Shane and like some of his new friends, hearing like where they came from, what they do now, it's awesome because it's like you're doing this after doing that, after going through this, after going through that, growing up. It's like
okay, so I want to ask you about that. So real quick, let's I want to circle back.
Okay, circle back.
Basically, the whole moral of the story when it comes to that is don't be a dick and don't look to get in a relationship.
That's how you get a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Now, so you literally had Snapchat paying you to make videos.
Correct.
I can't wrap my... That's so cool. Because, like, what you would think is, like, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. People just like they're independent, and then they make money off like something like the TikTok Creator Fund. That's interesting.
Oh, I don't even like really know till this day like really how it works. Like I understand who I work for, what I work through, but like why? Yeah. Why did they think? I know obviously Shane gave it, but like, what am I doing? What is Mason doing? That's different from other people that I know aren't a part of this group. That why don't they seek out and ask them to do the same thing? Obviously, money purposes, but if they're getting more views on average, why don't they cut someone else that's not and then bring them in? Because it's only going to benefit them. Exactly. So I'm kind of like, and I'm not saying I don't do well. Like, I mean, my video, I have multiple videos with over millions of views now. Like, it's nice thing to like say that's happened to me, but like, there's someone out there that like every video they post, 700,000 plus. I'm like, why are they keeping? I mean, obviously, I'm dedicated. I know what to do,
of course,
but like, why?
Yeah.
And I'm asking the same question as you. Like, it's weird. Like, I mean, I know why. To keep new videos flowing in Spotlight. So there's always new content. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
But like, why only X amount of people? Or why even pay them? Why not just tell them to do it? Like, I know people won't work for no money, but like, the amount of money is like kind of dumb. So it's like, why pay this much? Just, I don't know. I never understand. Look, can I see your paper? I want to write down how much money I made just so you can see off one of the videos Snapchat had me do. I don't have a pencil.
I have a pen.
Good, because I don't, just like class, I never have anything. I made 15-second video. And this is the one through Snapchat themselves. So obviously they have like more, I guess money overall. I don't know. If you just say a number, I'm not going to say if it's right or wrong, but if you had to guess how much I made off a 15-second video.
10,000?
I wish, but not like, I mean.
That's not far away.
I know, but dude, dumb.
Wow.
For 15 seconds. 15 seconds.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not doing anything hard.
This is jokes. This is comedy jokes.
It's just jokes. But yeah, no, exactly. That was one video.
Sheesh.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, do you get taxed off that? How's that
See,
work?
that's what I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm keeping all my invoices. Because me and Mason aren't sure. We have all our invoices. We know. But I still don't remember his name.
That's Austin.
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. You'll get it.
So it's like, I don't get it. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Obviously that was, but that's just one video. And that was through Snapchat. But like monthly, still it's like a little too much for me to feel comfortable. But taxing, that's what we were talking about. I knew I'd keep that.
Yeah.
So with taxes, we don't know. Obviously I'm keeping everything. And I would assume, because we're making more than just like a few hundred, obviously. So it's like, because when you make just like, it doesn't matter. But once you start getting up into like higher numbers, it's like, we're going to take your money for, I don't even know how taxes work. This is stupid. Why don't we have tax classes in high school? You know what I learned about high school?
Because we would know too much.
I know. That's why us Americans are stupid. Because we don't get taught anything that we need to know.
Facts.
We get taught that y equals mx plus b and the Pythagorean theorem that I haven't used once in my life.
They said we were going to use it, but I still haven't.
I took quantitative reasoning, and I've never taken any more math class.
Why do I have to know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell?
And you know why I don't understand? Why does everybody know that?
It was just hammered.
Everyone
into our
knows
brains,
that,
bro.
It's so stupid.
Hammered into our brains.
So I'm assuming taxes, but even that, like, I'll still be okay.
Yeah, you'll be
and I'm blessed to still live with my parents. Like, they don't care. Like, I mean, like, I'm planning on staying with them. Like, if they start charging me a little rent, okay, fine.
Yeah, whatever.
It's cool. Like, I mean, it's their house, not mine. But I don't know what's gonna happen. That's kind of where I'm at in life. I'm trying to graduate this fall, and that's my goal. Graduate is my main priority right now. Snapchat, graduating. Okay, I lied. Keeping a healthy relationship with my family, friends, girlfriend.
Very important.
Graduating. Snapchat. 3 priorities. That is basically it for like where I'm at right now in life. And I'm happy, like I said at the beginning, I'm as happy as I've been ever. Besides the car crash. That's pissing me off.
Yeah, whatever.
Besides the car crash that happened. But then again, like, I'm blessed, nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously injuries, but to the other person, and from what I know, he's okay. I mean, no one's dead. But yeah, besides that, I'm blessed to know the people I know. I'm blessed to have the opportunities I have. I'm blessed to be here with you now, new buddies. I can mess with Austin now at the rec tomorrow, which would be later for you guys. I'll be like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I got to think about that still, but he's coming in. I'm scared. But yeah, I mean, that's about it for me.
Yeah, I have one more question.
Okay.
Because we do have to wrap it up. We have
course.
a meeting after this. When you went to LA, what was that like?
So I've been to LA multiple times now.
The most recent one.
Most recent one. What happened the most recent time? Most recent time was lit. Because I went for VidCon. No. What the heck was it? Not VidCon. Was it VidCon? I don't even remember. I think it was VidCon. We're just going to go with VidCon. I didn't actually go with Shane and them. I met up with them. But I actually went with some of my TikTok friends who... that's kind of like what they do. They Twitch stream, TikTok, Instagram Reels. That's how they get that's their job. So I met up with them for the first time. Met some over the internet buddies for the first time, which is cool because you make friends online. And you're like, oh, we were gonna meet. And it was cool. But we actually stayed near Disney because we went to Disney the first 2 days we were there. Went to VidCon the next for the week. Then we went to Disney again at the end of the last day. But overall, LA's going is really cool because. And this time especially, because all the content creators there, people from Charlie D'Amelio to like Brent Revere, like just the big names.
Everybody.
Like everybody was there. Like it was crazy. The people I got to meet and talk to. And it's just like, at that time, I didn't even have like 60,000. I think it was about 70,000 subscribers on Snapchat. Like I wasn't even like really relevant. I don't consider myself relevant now either. Yeah. But like, I'd say I'm more relevant now than like I was back. Like that's 100,000 more than I had. But regardless, it was really cool because there was a lot more like influencers there. Yeah. People that like do what I do, but like I mean not what I do, but like we all make videos, we all make content. Yeah. It's so cool. It's a blessing to be there. But we actually got to go to Disney after hours. We got to go to a Spotify threw a party for all of us. Really? That we got to go from 11 o'clock to like 2 in the morning in like a part of Disney. It was crazy. Like, being at Disney at night, dude, it's wild. Ferris wheels are my new fear, by the way. I didn't realize that they were that scary. Yeah. Like, I'm not scared. Like, I love roller coasters. That's my favorite thing. When I'm, like, trapped in a cage going very slowly. By the way, the cart swung. Didn't know that was a thing on the thingies. So, yeah. But no, overall, LA. If you ever have a chance to go. I never recommend somebody, though, to live there. Too expensive, and it's full of crazy people. It's only unless you know people like Shane, obviously, and somebody like that's. But like just to live there, you don't want to live there. Yeah. So.
All right, the janitors are looking at us weird. So.
All
right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Thomas Malacky, thank you so much, and you will definitely be welcomed on again. Oh, I appreciate you coming.
Of course, no, I'd love to come back. Talk about more personal stuff or just any stories I have about anything. We'll obviously talk about stuff. So,
where can everybody find you? I mean, if they haven't found you already.
I guess everything's Thomas_Malacky on Snapchat, Instagram. YouTube's weird. It's Scrobro, SCROBRO, but we're in the process.
Some of you guys can't spell.
I'm dyslexic, remember, so don't feel bad about yourself. But yeah, I mean, everything else, my name's Thomas Malacky, so you'll find me anywhere. Just message me. I'm nice, sort of.
You're a really nice guy.
I respond to people if I can. So that's it. Thank you.
Subscribe.